Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Echo. Sorry, I'm still, doing this game, so I periodically forget the name. Sorry. But before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can go to their itch, where you can get it for free. And if you want to support these people in other games, then you can go to their Patreon and give them $3. Or, whatever. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, let's reset our face first. Yeah, on the last Let's Play, we did a brief, history of the town for our little video, not vlog, but, for our project, and then came to the theme park, where the guy on the left got extremely anxious about the ride. And, rightfully so, it was probably a bit extreme. And the guy on the right got sick because maybe a combination of weed and the munchies. And now we're just watching a show. And I think I'll lean on TJ. Because, I don't know. Don't know why I'm leaning on somebody. TJ might be smaller, but he's definitely an easy guy to convince. Especially if he thinks he's helping someone out. TJ, can I lean on you for a bit? What? Why? That's a sin. He looks a little uncomfortable. I'm so tired, man. Alright. I lay my head on the crook of his neck, and I feel him tense up a little, but after a while he relaxes. There's some heat coming off his neck, so I'm pretty sure he's blushing. It's not too bad, though. He may be slender, but his fur is pretty damn soft. The sounds of the clapping and fiddles start to drift away as the lack of sleep takes its toll. Didn't want to, fall asleep on the guy that could be a little sick still. I feel along through the edges of rock and dirt. The only thing I can hear is the shower of debris as I'm knocking to the ground. The air is stale, and I have a vague feeling I'm suffocating. I keep going. I'm going to reach the end eventually. Just have to keep moving. I can feel that I'm going down deeper and deeper. The space around me is growing smaller and smaller, and soon I'm hunching so that my head doesn't scrape the ceiling. I think that would be best to turn around then if it's getting smaller. Even though it's a dream, so, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I can hear footsteps, not quite in synchrony with my own. They aren't any kind of footsteps that I've heard before, though. I've never heard these footsteps before. I stop and listen. There's definitely the sound of feet, but not like they're walking, like they're stamping down on the ground, making as much noise as possible. This is accompanied by the slapping sound, as if someone's smacking their paws on the ground as well. Like a hoedown or something. Imagine a canine toddler, still insisting on walking on all fours while throwing a tantrum. It's heavier though, like an adult is doing it, and I'd have to assume that would be very adorable looking, as long as they're not yelling at the top of their lungs. That image makes the nape of my neck prickle, but I'm not scared. It's not long after I stopped that the noise stops as well. Just 10 feet behind me, I turn, watching the darkness. I knew you'd come back. They always do. My voice sounds clogged, muted, like the rocky walls are just sucking up the sound instead of bouncing them down the tunnel. The stamping starts up again, loudly, coming towards me at full speed. Now, I can hear sobbing, sniffing, and a strange, guttural grunting. It's just feet away. You're only moving in circles. It veers away, just as the words leave my mouth. Going back the way it came, I stand there in a while, listening until I can't hear it anymore. I turn around, continue on, feeling the walls again, as I make my way lower and lower. The smell hits me right as my paws hit it. Slick and slippery, blood coats the walls. My paws run along like thick oil. It's warm and fresh. And now I know I'm getting close. A voice abruptly echoes down the tunnel. It's not far away at all. I knew you'd come back. They always do. I'm making my way closer and closer, and now fear pricks my heart. They always do. I hear muffled screams now, as if someone's yelling with their mouth closed. Now, the fur is standing up all over my body, but my feet won't stop. I keep going. I'm getting closer and closer. You're only moving in circles. I'm here. It's right here in front of me, and now I'm reaching out to it, reaching out to touch it. I can't stop. I can't stop. I jump. My head jerks up, and my eyes snap open, looking around wildly. It's like I just came up from being underwater too long. Shit! Whoa. TJ and Carl both jump shortly after I do. I look back and forth, and they stare wide-eyed back at me. It takes me a second to realize that I'm still at Southwest Adventures, at the stage, watching shows. Jesus fuck, dude. You alright? Carl! Don't take the Lord's name in vain. I lean forward and rub my face with my paws, trying to stop shaking. I'm fine. Just a really bad dream. I feel a small paw on my back as TJ rubs it. What about? I'm not really sure. Just in a really dark place. Some things were in there. Huh? That does sound pretty creepy. What kinds of things? I think for a minute. The weird, crawling thing. The screaming thing. I pull my head up, looking towards the stage, which is empty right now, even though the music's still blaring. It doesn't matter. It was just a dream. Hey, what happened to the show? Carl chuckles next to me, leaning back again. You missed them, dude. We've seen like 3 shows. Yeah, they had segments with otters doing water tricks. We thought about waking you up for it, but you were in really deep sleep. That's too bad. I always loved seeing my people laughed at for the swimming clowns that we are. Is that sarcasm? I don't know. How long's it been? Carl checks his phone, which he already has out. Been about 3 hours. We'd probably get some lunch now. Damn, I've been out for a while. I'm surprised I hadn't at least woken up a few times, considering the uncomfortable position I'd been in. I, in fact, woke up with a crick in my neck, even though I've been sleeping on pillows, and not on someone's shoulder. I guess you feel better then? Yeah, been feeling better for the past 2 hours. Now I'm hungry. It's already 2 p.m., and I've composed myself for the most part, so I take out my phone and text Leo. We're kinda hungry, we should meet back up. He gets back to me pretty quick, which is unusual for friends and family. I'm putting shade on both friends and family. Or pretty much anybody. Or not everybody, but you know. Okay, mostly done with rides. Rids? I know me at food chert. Some of them look like acronyms, some of them look like just typos. Meet Finn at the table in the food court, where he's already brought some pizza. Carl immediately sits down and pries open the box, taking out a few slices. Of course. You guys have fun? It was alright. Watched a few shows about our state's speciesist history. Chase took a nap. I mean, I guess this is the Southwest, or, the South. Like, I'm not saying it's like that everywhere, but there would definitely be some places that are like, and we're the good guys in this situation. Just reset in my head. Boop. Boop, back up. Flynn eyes TJ, He doesn't say anything. As he sits, take out his own slice of pizza, which actually sounds pretty good now, even though I'm having curry. A bit more daintily than Carl had. Feeling better, Tej? Yeah, I'm fine. DJ nibbles on a slice of cheese pizza. Yeah, well, the pizza here is a hell of a lot scarier than any of these rides, so you're braver than I am. Where's Leo and Jenna? Flynn rolls his eyes and towards a row of Carnival games to the right of the court. Fighting. They've been playing those games for fucking half an hour already. I'm not surprised. I grab my own slice of pizza with a napkin and make my way over there. Hold down a hootenanny. Lots of prostitutes in there. A Simpsons joke. Keeping with the theme of Old West, the Carnival section part of the park is decked out with fake saloons and brothels. You know, those family-friendly brothels. I spot them pretty quick. Leo holding a pink unicorn and Jenna carrying a green dragon. They seem to be in pretty good spirits, though Leo's spirits is a little tight. Looks like a pretty successful haul, you guys. Hey, Chase. Jenna's grinning, looking a little smug as well. You guys finished? We're eating now. Leo shifts the giant unicorn around. Yeah, we're pretty much done, I think. Damn, Leo. You must have won something pretty hard to get that. Yeah, that was me. I look over at the green unicorn Jenna's holding. But what about that? Yeah, I won this too. Oh, well, I'm sure you've won a couple. Actually, yeah, I beat him at every game. Yeah, well, you're visiting. I want your memories of this vacation to be good. Obviously, it's getting into your head, though. Oh, please. Chase, you should have seen his face. Sour grapes the whole time. Oh, really? I would really usually stay out of this stuff like this. Leo always got a little carried away when it came to competition, especially when I was around, but it was kind of funny seeing him act like this. Let's just go eat. Wait, there's a high striker? Or high striker? Why don't we show Chase who is stronger, huh? Oh, that thing where you hit the mallet on the little teeter-totter and then it rings the bell? What would that thing be called? Leo contemplates that for a second, but seems pretty confident about this one. He's literally almost twice the size of Jenna. I don't know if that's very fair to you, Jenna. I mean, he lets that sit, and honestly, I have to agree. Jenna, though, gets a little fox gleam in her eyes that I knew meant she thought through something we didn't. I've been told it's how you use the mallet, not who's the strongest. Afraid I'm gonna woo your ex? Wow, Jenna's going all out. Okay, so we did date. My muzzle flushes under the fur, which would explain why I've seen his butt. But that only seems to decide things for Leo. A confident smile replaces the sheepish one from before. Oh yeah? He flexes his shoulders and sticks out this stuffed unicorn to me. I stuffed the last of the crust into my mouth and reached out to take it. Jen does the same, and now I'm hugging two massive stuffed animals by my sides, tripling my girth. How big are these things? Oh, will. Alright, let's do this. That's interesting. He has to siege you by himself. Carney, step right up. Test your strength. $3, 3 tries. Ring the bell, winner prize. I'd like to try. I mean, maybe they have the resources for a whole bunch of character portraits, or maybe it's maybe we'll see more of Carney. I'd like a try. We have a big ticker. Big strong wolf like you have no problem at all. $3, please. Leo hands over the money, and the Carney hands him the mallet. Leo points at me with a grin. This one's for you, Chula. Is he a Spanish wolf? Doesn't sound... It sounds like... I don't know. It sounds like Spanish related. My heart skips a beat. He hasn't called me that in a while. But I decided to play along. Don't disappoint me, Leo. I really want that stuffed griffin. I point the griffin on the Carney's long shelf of toys. Sure thing. Leo spreads his legs, squares his shoulders, and before raising the hammer, and bringing it down hard onto the rubber-looking pad. It's a pretty hard hit, but the chaser only raised up to the 40 mark. Ooh, almost, Sir Wolf. Try again. Leo's brow frowns, or furrows, and I'm almost sure. And now, I'm not sure this was a good idea. He raises the mallet again and grunts as he brings it down even harder, causing the contraption to shake a little. This time, the chaser shoots up to the 70 mark. Even better this time. Put your back into it, sonny. I can hear Leo growling little as he raises the mallet a final time and brings it down with a snarl, all of his muscles in his arms standing out. I'm pretty sure I felt the ground shake that time. The impact causes more than a few heads to turn. This time, the chaser only goes up to the 60 mark. Leo gasps at the game. So close. $3 will get you 3 more tries. Would you like to try again? Nope, my turn. Jenna already has her money out, ready, and hands to the Carney. Oh ho! A little battle between sexes, eh? Oh, step right up, my fair fox maiden. How will you fare against the big bad wolf? Leo reluctantly hands the mallet to Jenna. Alright, beat 70. Jenna points the mallet at me, winking. Don't worry, Chase. I'll get that griffin for you. Leo snorts loudly, folding his arms, and looking pretty annoyed. Good luck. I was hitting that thing as... Before he can finish, Jenna raises the mallet into the air and puts it into a graceful swing. It's as if she were chopping wood as she brings it down hard onto the rubber pad. It lands precisely and clearly, in sharp contrast with Leo's sloppy hits. I stare, Leo stares, the Carney stares. Jenna simply raises her paws in the air. Yay! A few onlookers around us laugh and cheer. Oh ho! A fair fox has won. Come over and pick your prize. Oop, she moved twice. He glances at Leo. Sorry, buddy. The feline shoots a sympathetic, but also amused smile away, Leo's way, before turning to the onlookers. See that? A female fox, half the size of this male wolf, has rung the bell. Could one of you be next? Leo looks mortified, but quickly changes expression to a sheepish grin. He doesn't seem to want to look at me. Good job, Jenna. Jenna bounds back to us, carrying the big stuffed griffin. Give those ones to Leo, so I can give you this. I hand off the stuffed toys to Leo, who grumbles a bit as he takes them. Damn thing's rigged. Jenna hands me the griffin. Thanks, Jenna. That was really... She leans over and pecks me on the cheek. I see Leo's eyes widen as she does it, his ears standing straight up. Aw, it was nothing. So, did we break up, or did we just kind of, break up, or did we just kind of go our separate ways and, Well, so what's that supposed to be? Near Town Bank? Well, I guess it could be near town. But yeah. I'm gonna just check my face again and the time. We're good. Leo stands there a few more seconds, working his jaw. Awesome. He turns away and leaves, his arms still wrapped around his giant stuffed toys. Jenna starts laughing. Jenna! Oh hush, he'll get over it. He's just so damn fun to tease. I have to agree, but not when I'm being used to do the teasing. He's still really sensitive about the whole thing. You guys talked it over, didn't you? Anyway, aren't you gay? I take a deep breath. Ooh. I do want to play the middle ground at least. Something a bit close to me, Not really. Hmm? I mean, yeah, obviously I like Leo, but I like girls too. Oh, interesting. So I wonder if that means that this game isn't a hard path on one character like Adastra. I sigh and rub my eyes with a paw, still a little tired. Hey, don't tell Leo that I work at the state fair every year. Wasn't planning on it. The rest of the day is pretty relaxing. We ride a few more mellow rides. For some reason my mind was, ride a few more marshmallow rides. Like, wait, what? Leo seemed to cheer up when I volunteered to sit next to him on the Ferris wheel. TJ even built up his courage to the point where he rode the swinging ship. That sounds fun. Finn and Carl, it would probably be kind of interesting since I've actually been on a ship that heaved a bit. Not terribly, but still. Finn and Carl rode on the slingshot ride together. I wouldn't do that. And with the video feed from the ground, I think it's the first time I've ever seen Flynn scared. Carl did end up barfing after that one. Let's see, Flynn. Flynn's the lizard person. Carl, yeah, the guy that didn't feel too good. At 6 p.m., everyone's tired. Enough that we agreed to head back. I'm still exhausted, so I sleep for the half hour it takes to get back to the motel. Don't sleep too long, friend, so you wouldn't sleep at night. When you do get back, I notice how good the sun looks right now. With a sigh, I remind myself that I'm here to actually get a project done, not to play around. So as everyone sits in the motel, I let them know I'm about to go shoot some B-roll. Gathering up my equipment, I head out into the heat. I take a picture of a lot of things. Guy standing on a corner, somebody pissing on a wall. Of course, the usual town mural. Oh, and don't forget the train. Dragging it outside, I set it up, sweating even under the evening light. And I was kind of... all those things are true except for the guy pissing on a wall. Like, I remember this when I would go to my local food store, supermarket. Well, it was more like a regular market, but still, a supermarket. There would almost always be a guy standing outside the place, but like, because there would be the place, there'd be the parking lot, and then there'd be kind of a road around it, you know how roads go, and then he would be standing on the road opposite of the parking lot, and he'd just stand there. And he was kind of a large person. And I was just like, so I see this guy just standing there every day, or most of the time I go there. I guess he wasn't homeless, because I asked somebody about it, and, well, not somebody that worked there, but like one of the other people. But it's like, okay, who's the, why? I don't know. Never did. Even this late in the day, the heat was pissing me off. For some reason, it's a lot cooler in Pueblo. Okay, where's Pueblo? That sounds like an actual place. Colorado. I mean, Colorado sounds like a definitely place where, like, it would be colder. Mine drifts back to the many days of summer under the blazing sun, the temperature rarely dipping below 100. I'm amazed poor TJ never had a heat stroke. When I put my eye to the viewfinder, I'm a bit disappointed at how broken down the town looks, even with this amazing backdrop. What a dump, I'll say. It's then that I hear footsteps and talking behind me. I pause my recording and turn around. How's the filming? It's alright, kind of ran out of sun, but it's okay. Echo looks like crap, no matter what kind of light you shoot it in. I mean, yeah, I guess you had a town of 6,500 people, and then it's down to like 100 and something, and you know, you got the bisecting road and shut down the roadway. It would look pretty much like a dump. Do you need us to keep quiet? Nah, I'm just shooting B-roll. I was about to come back in. Let's stay out here a minute. Carl and Finn are getting a little loud. Besides, I want to talk with you too. You want to have a threesome? He wraps an arm around Jenna and reaches the other one to pull me in so we're both flanking him. I feel my shoulder press into the warm bulk of his side and chest. He'd always been taller than me. My eyes barely came up to his chin, but now it seemed like he was almost twice as wide. He definitely put on some more muscles since I last saw him. While he was always pretty muscular, he'd been more than on the lean side. Now his chest and biceps pulled his shirt tight. Ooh, ooh. Actually, are we able to turn off the... No, I guess not. The, little thing right here so I could get a better view of the bulgy. It felt nice, though I like something very sturdy wrapped in velvet. I suppose there was a mixture of adding both muscle and fat. I'm at least happy to see he's gone over his little defeat to Jenna. Look at us, the OG crew. Leo's strong voice vibrates from his body into me. The effect is tranquilizing, and I feel myself relax. Together again. The only thing I miss about this town. Leo's referring to the fact that he, Jen, and I were the original 3 in our group of 6 to become friends. Later, we would add TJ, then Carl, and finally Finn, and Sydney. We haven't met Sydney yet, have we? Leo really had been the one to unite us all. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I forgetting someone? Okay, no, Carl was Finn. Yeah, well. I remember when you first got here, everyone was afraid of you, Jenna. Of you. I remember when I first got here, I found a bunch of gringos who wouldn't even talk to each other. We all went into the same schools in Peyton and had our different friends there. When Leo moved in, he thought it was strange that the kids of Echo didn't hang out together. As I entered middle school and high school, I cycled through a ton of different friends, but the ones in Echo always stayed the same. Remember when we'd always have sleepovers at Chase's place? Chase. The Ram? Of course, I kick your ass at Claws of Fury all the time. No, wait, I'm Chase. I remember, I used to think you guys were only friends with me for my video games. Many times, I'd fallen asleep to the flickering of the old CRT television set, watching the outlines of Jenna and Leo twist side to side as they played. I'd wake up hours later, only to find them still playing. It was very weird. Jen and Leo got along really well, but there was a bit of competitive streak between the two. Actually, it's one of the few things that gets Leo genuinely angry. I think he even broke one of my controllers once. God damn it. Burp. Sorry for that cut. It's the problems with living with family, where it can be like, hey, I need something. Hey, hello. Need something. This, kind of like 2 episodes ago. This time it was, what's grandmother's, dress? Anyways, back to the game. How long has it been since we first met? Well, when did you move in? Actually, I should have just paused it if I could. Yeah, I guess I could do that. I think it was around 2000. So, take 2015, subtract 2000. What does that leave you with Leo? Leo looks sideways at me and smirks. There's a flash of white canine as it appears from under his lip for a moment. You think yourself a real hotshot now that you're in college, eh? Being able to do numbers. Also, what was the question he was asking? Oh, when did you move in? Or how long it's been since we first met? I smirk back, though I know my canines aren't as impressive. I mean, they're called canines for a reason. Pretty much, yeah. Well, you'll always be one of those little brats to me. I feel Leo's wagging tail saw me in his butt. Swat me in the butt. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Speaking of which, are you two getting along over there? Jenna looks at me, around Leo's broad chest. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, we haven't had any chances to hang out. Yeah, why not? Well, it's college. It's also a pretty large university. I don't even think we've ever seen each other in passing. Yeah, things are different. But Jenna, we should do something together soon. Before you graduate. Definitely. Leo still looks a little disappointed at me, and Jenna aren't keeping up at university, but I don't know why. I mean, keep friends. Especially good ones. She had her friends, I had mine, and we did talk sometimes. Jenna nudges into Leo, causing us to all sway. And speaking of that, when are you going back to Mesa? Mesa, the community college in Clayton. Leo went there for a few semesters before taking a break. And by break, I mean he quit. We'll see. I have to talk to my parents. It's just starting to get real busy. Why don't you hire more people? You know, you would have graduated by now. You should have had your master's by now. Leo sighs. What was he studying anyways? It's about committing to the family business, not the help he needs. Jenna rolls her eyes, blowing out some air and ruffling the tuft of fur on her head. Wolves and their families. You should try thinking and speaking for yourself sometime. If I hadn't done that, I'd be stuck in that crack house. Crank house? Oh, I heard red crank. Autocorrect is a crack, but no, it's crank. What's a crank house? I gotta learn, even though we're over time. I just want to finish the scene. A house that nobody knows whose house it really is. Can be used for trap housing, parties, and any possible reason. Jenna flicks her head vaguely in the direction of where she used to live. Jenna is the only one, aside from Carl, who has family still living in Echo. I wonder if she's going to visit them, even though I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to that. I see Leo tighten his arm around her shoulder, but she goes on without missing a beat. And you can start with our otter here. I look up, caught unawares. Huh? What? Jenna. I'm serious. Jenna puts her paw up to Leo's face, cutting him off. I am not going to spend this entire week with you two asking me when or how you should do it. Let's rip off that band-aid now, Chase. Jenna. There's a warning tone in Leo's voice as he pins back his ears and drops his arms from our shoulders. I already know what's happening. It's been a long time coming. Take a step back and fold my arms, looking to the side. Chase, Leo has some things. He has things to say to you. And yes, it's about that. Now I'm going to head back in and make sure Carl didn't light up in the bathroom. Jenna. Stone changes to an exacerbation as Jenna turns her heel and leaves. Judging by the curl in her tail, I can tell that she's pretty satisfied with what she's just done. I turn my attention to the road. Couldn't really bring myself to look at him right now. We both stand there for a minute, 3 feet apart. I hear Leo scuff the ground with his foot, then sniff as dust rises from the ground. I hear him draw a breath a few times, as if he's going to say something, but ends up blowing it out with a sigh. We're never good at this, probably why it ended up failing like it did. Leo. I think that might be a good time to call it. Like, I'm not sure how long this... Right, doesn't do that. Right click goes back. I don't know how long this would last, but it might be a little bit. So I thought now, just as we're going to get into the relationship thing, we might as well call it. So anyways, end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys, I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos that we grow. Please remember to stay near your animals to have control of the pit population. And until next time, let's say, me, GamerWolfSix of Echo. Oh, and if you want to play this game for free on itch.io, and if you want to support them in other games, go to their Patreon. So anyways, thanks and see ya.